Okay, guys, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. To those of you who have, I am actually recording this, obviously, so that because I've had a bit of feedback about if we can record because some people can't jump on. So tonight we're having the amazing Toni share. Toni is a mama of 4 kids. And she's been in the business for a little while now, but I don't want to share too much around that because I'm sure she's going to share that. So Toni, first of all, thank you so much for putting your hand up to sharing and putting into the team tonight, because I know it is definitely out of your comfort zone. But if you're not getting out of there, you're never growing, right? So it's definitely hard in the beginning, but what I always try and think of when I'm sharing and nervous and things is don't put it back on yourself. Like, think that you can, what you have to give to others, and it kind of just makes it flow along. So I do have some questions that I can ask you, but we might just play it by ear and see how you go. So if you just want to share a little bit about how long you've been in the business and what level you're at, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, okay. So as Tanika said, I actually didn't put my hands up to do this. I just got thrown in the deep end, but that's awesome. And that's what happened with me, because otherwise I'll never be doing this. So I started my Juice Plus journey in July 2016. So 18 months ago now, which is crazy. And at the time, it was just really fun to do. I never needed the money, which is awesome. I have an amazing husband that's an awesome provider. So money for me wasn't an issue. But in saying that, it has become a huge issue in the 18 months of growing, because I haven't been able to set goals. But I'll talk about that. What I loved about this opportunity from day dot is the girls, mainly girls, and I always get teary about this, it's quite stupid, but every single one of you is just so supportive and caring and always lifts each other up. And you don't get that in the real world, you really don't. So that's always been something that's kept me going. I am me, and I never ever want to change who I am. So I've also always struggled with going out to getting a job. I'm not going to work from 9 to 5, and I'm not going to work for somebody else when they're telling me what to do. So this now, the business opportunity that I am now seeing is something I know that I can make money out of, and I am making money out of. So when I first started back in July, I guess, I'm not sure if lucky is the word, but I reached every single bonus, and I received, up until SSC, I received my $1,200 bonus, I think it is off the top of my head, for reaching SSC my first 10 months. Once again, yes, it was a struggle, but I found it quite easy, and that's not a good thing either. I think if I was given the challenges from the day I started, it would have been so much better for me now, because I have struggled over the last 6 months. But I'm here. Sorry, I have wrote notes, but I'm just trying to find out where I am.
And
go.
I was just going to say, I think I can relate so well to that, and I'm sure a lot of other girls can too. You need to grow into that person before you can step up to that next level. And like we all know, this business is really such a massive personal development course, and I think that's what we all really love out and get out of that, is that we need to grow as a person before we can really step up to that next level. And if we're stuck at a certain point in our business or a certain level, it's just a sign saying that, you know, what do I need to go to work on? Do I need to go to work on my self-belief? Do I need to go to work on the belief in the industry, the business, the product? Like, what is it that I need to focus on to become, so that I can move into that next step of leadership and get to that next, level in the business, if that's what you're aiming for. So I think, Tone, that's so relatable that in a way, it is a little bit detrimental to your business right now, because you haven't really had to, I mean, you've done the work. You're so teachable. Like, I've worked with you from day dot, right from the very beginning. We've had a really good relationship that's actually turned into a really nice friendship now, which is awesome. But I think, and it's not luck. You said it was luck that you reached every promotion and you picked up every bonus. That is definitely not luck. So you need to take full credit for that. You've worked super, super hard for that. You don't just get lucky and pick up a SSC $1,200 bonus without, doing the shit and the work.
No.
But
no,
like you said, you need to step into that position to grow, because as you said, it's kind of been pretty easy up until this stage, right?
Yeah. So it was about 6 months ago, I think, September last year. I'd reached my promotions. Everything was starting to get hard. The business as well as personal. I lost my grandfather. My mother got hospitalised. My eldest child was going through year 12. One of my younger children were going through year 6. It was just all too fucking hard. And if it wasn't for Tonika just being there but not pushing me to go, like, are you okay? Is there anything I can do? I definitely wouldn't be here. And once again, for my beautiful girls that I have on my team, because they knew nothing about this. Whilst I was home and sort of, like a duck pedaling underwater, I was there for them all the time. And I don't think they actually realised how much that they did help me to get to where I am. Because if it wasn't them, I wouldn't be here either. So sorry. Yeah. So when I said that I was lucky getting to SSC, I think every single person I was targeting to get either on the product or either on the business, I already had an inkling that they would say yes. So I wasn't hesitating to reach out to them. Now, and it isn't only until about the last 2 weeks that I have, what would you say? I've looked too much into writing before I do message, and I'm getting people's answers before I even really know them. So when I was watching, I think it was Lauren Slocum 2 weeks ago on a Zoom, and I said to you girls before that money wasn't an issue for me. It really is an issue for me, because even though I do have an amazing supportive husband that has been able to provide for us, we still have to budget, and I still have to say no to the kids. So when she was on Zoom and she said about her child having a birthday party and them getting a helicopter to take them to whatever concert, that really was like, holy shit, like how amazing would that be for your daughter to be having a 16th, 21st, 30th, whatever, and for you to be able to spoil them and get a helicopter. Like, that really, really hit home for me. And I thought, this business has the opportunity to make so much money. What the fucking hell am I doing? Like, really, what am I doing? So, yeah, as I said, that was 2 weeks ago, and I am just going message after message after message now. I certainly don't care about the outcome. Prior to that, I was saying I didn't care about the outcome, but obviously there was something there stopping me from doing it. And now what I think that something was that they could say no. And as I said, I was choosing who I was reaching out to so I wouldn't get that no and I would get more yeses. So how I am starting my conversations now is I am adding everybody to Facebook, and I'm not waiting for them to see my story or to stalk my page and reach out to me, because what I'm thinking is before I'm adding to somebody, I'm stalking their Facebook, right? I'm not going to add someone that I think is, I don't know, wants to be sexually active. I'm not adding someone that I think, because there is people that actually that request that, right? So I'm stalking their page. I'm seeing firstly that they have anybody looking after them with Juice Plus. I'm not going to go and pick Angela Bryce's friends and start taking her customers. So I look at that first, and then I'm just adding them. As soon as they accept my friendship request, it comes up in my messages. I'm no longer waiting for them to look and look and look, because I figure they would have already stalked me to accept my friendship. So I'm just starting random conversations, and it's not scripted. It really depends on who they are to what I'm going to say. And I am in so many conversations with so many random people now that I don't know. And honestly, I don't care if they say no to me, because I'm never going to see them. And I really needed that. I needed to do that for myself. I know people say watching constant Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom is a waste of time. I've always watched Sunday night Zooms, and I've always been on Tuesday night Zooms. The rest of the week is just a bonus if I am on, because we've got to prioritise our time. I am a mum of 4, as Tonika said. I do have a husband, and this is my business, but I want it to be done in part-time moments. I don't want it to be overtaking my life. So what I was trying to get at, though, is watching Zooms is so important, because even though you're going to hear repetition after repetition after repetition, if I didn't watch that Zoom that Lauren was on 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have heard what she said, and that light bulb moment wouldn't have happened. And I'd be still here. I've had training calls with Tonika, Kylie, Adam, and they've all tried to get my why out of me, and they've all tried to set goals for me, and they've all tried, and I'm just like, I don't know. There's nothing you can say or do. You're trying, but I honestly don't know. So I guess now that I do have a desire, and I do know my why, and I am reaching out, and I don't care who says no to me, I have goals set in place, and I know I'll do it. Yeah,
that's awesome. And because, like you said before, Toni, you haven't been like, I've always worked with you and tried to set some goals and things like that, but you've never really been that goal-driven person. Well, you're really teachable, and you'll say, okay, tell me what I need to do and I'll go and do it. So when you were focusing on, you've got 40 days to get to SDVF, you've got, however many months to get to SC and SSC. But then once you hit that SSC, it's not all about you anymore, and the team that you have often doesn't help you get to, QNMD, who got you to SSC. But I know it was hard for you to set those goals because you've never been that kind of person. But now that you've found your why, you know exactly what your goals are, you know exactly what you need to be doing to hit those goals. And like you said, it can just be that one person that says that one sentence or, whatever, to make that light bulb go on and just have that moment. So I think and you are very hard on yourself, I must add that.
I am very hard on myself, but that's me, and I can't change me. But I'm I guess this is something that I won't be hard on myself about, is from the day I started, I have never been a priority of this. It's always been nurturing others to know that they can do it. And I think, I've got so many girls in my team that are mothers and think that they're not worth it. And I know they are, and they need to know they are. And hopefully this might be the light bulb moment for them that they need. I've never doubted myself and knowing that I can do it, but I guess I'm just too comfortable being comfortable. And as I said, getting people's answers that I think they will say no before I've even given them the opportunity. And that's selfish, because that is one of the reasons I actually started the business. We were on the product for 3 months prior to me starting, and all 6 of us had amazing individual results. And that's why I started. I had never heard of Juice Plus prior to me starting the product. And I thought to myself, if I hadn't heard of it, how many other people hadn't heard of it? We're not in the shops. There's no advertising. So if we're not out there advertising, how are people going to know about it? And that's another thing that I've sort of brought to my own attention again. And that's looking back through, I'm not organised whatsoever, but I've got shitloads of paper just thrown everywhere. And it was something I stumbled across the other day. And that was one of the reasons for me starting. And it just, once again, light bulb moment. And I thought, how selfish am I being? I started this reason to get it out there, and I'm not getting it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you think it was that made you have that shift to, like you said before, you were saying to yourself, I don't care about the nose, like I've got to get the nose, but you actually did care. It was probably just that you were telling yourself that because everybody else says that. So it's like, well, I have to say that as well. But what changed for you to genuinely not care about the nose?
Yeah, it was definitely listening to Lauren Slocum on Zoom 2 weeks ago, and it was something, it might seem stupid to other people. Everybody's got something that someone that they'll resonate with, and something that will just go, bang, I'm ready to go. And for me, it was all about that helicopter ride that she got her child. I think it was for a birthday maybe.
Yeah.
And I just thought, as I said, we're not struck for money, so I could never find a goal of why I needed that money every month. But then after she said that, I was like, there's no way that we could afford to get a helicopter to one of the kids' birthday parties.
Yeah.
And that's why now as I said, I don't care about the nose. I'm doing it for my children. No one else is going to offer them a helicopter ride to a birthday party. It's me as their mother. And yeah. So that's what made me. Yeah.
Awesome. And what's your DMO now, Toni? Can you share that with the girls, what you're kind of doing on a daily basis?
Yeah. So I am, as I said to you before, adding people daily onto my Facebook page, as well as adding them daily onto my Facebook page. As soon as they are accepting my friendship request, I am writing them a message. Now, there's lots of these people that I don't know at all. So I'm having to go through their Facebook page to be able to spark up conversation with them, to just something in general, whether it be just scroll through your Facebook page to see what we had in common, and notice that you were at a wedding on the weekend. The dress you had on was absolutely gorgeous. Where did you get it from? Just something like that. That's all I'm starting with. It's not scripted. It's all different. And I think you can read a lot of someone's personality by what they're doing on Facebook. So it needs to be individualized to suit what they want to hear.
Yeah.
I am, as well as adding them onto Facebook, I'm reaching out to 5 new people a day. So that doesn't include responding to a conversation that I started yesterday. It is reaching out to somebody new. Every single week, as I said to you before, I am on at least 2 Zooms a week, the Sunday night Zoom and tonight Zoom. I was steering away from the Start Strong on Sunday night, but now I have started watching him again because Adam also is doing hot seats with team, I should say.
You mean the Monday night one?
Oh yeah, sorry, Monday. There is no Sunday night Zoom. Monday nights. He's doing a hot seat very soon.
I was thinking the same thing then, and I was going through my notes going, what's on Sunday night? I thought it got cancelled.
Monday.
Yeah, so he's doing a hot seat very similar to what we now do. I'm guessing that's where we got the idea. Yeah. And they're amazing. Like the Zoom last night with Sarah Clark, she's very, very raw and very down to earth, and I took a lot from her. I don't deal with this fake shit. That's not me. And that's another thing with Juice Plus. I have been fortunate enough to go to conferences and 90-day game plans and whatever. But seeing so many different individuals rock that stage, like there is no one, you're not in a, what's the word? Like you're not cultured to be the same. Does that make sense? Like every single person is an individual person and attracts their own tribe.
Yeah.
And that's for me, because as you all know, I've told you, I'm not going to dress how I don't want to dress, and I'm not going to talk to who I don't want to talk to, and I'm not going to be someone I won't be. I am me, and if you like me, come join me. If you don't, go join someone else. And that's every single person, every one of them is different, and every single one of them want you to succeed, and genuinely. You can tell if someone's genuine or not, and they're all willing to give out their everything, which they do. It's all there for us on Team Freestyle. There's nothing they're doing different to what we're doing different. They're just putting it out there and getting more no's. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think when you were at the retreat, that's what you said when you were at retreat, that's one of the main things that you really got out of that, was just realizing that, you know, there is so many people in our team, and although sometimes we do hear the same people speaking and things like that, but to see them up on stage and to see them with their teamies and things like that, you really can be anyone in this business to succeed. And it just means that they're getting more no's. It's not like they're lucky or that they have something special. It's that they're getting into more action. They're having more conversations with people, which means they're getting more no's, but then they're also getting those more yeses as well.
That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
No, you go.
I'm run out. I think I really don't think. The only thing that I just want to say to every single person is just don't give up. If you want to, like, you hear it all the time, and I know sometimes we just hear it so much that we just think, yeah, it just goes in one ear and out the other. It means nothing because everyone just says it. You know, we love you where you're at. We, you know, DM, just everything that's repetition. It just, for me, and I don't know if it's only me or if it's all of you, you just think sometimes, yeah, right. They really don't care. It's just going in, it's going out. Like, they're just saying it to everybody. But what I really, 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 really want you all to know is don't give up. If you are on struggle streak and you need to take time out, take it. Take time out. Block your messages if that's what it needs to be. For me, I needed to be still in with all the messages, and I needed to be still on all the Facebook pages, and I needed to still be watching all the Zooms, because that was my comfort zone, and that's where I kept thinking, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I think if I'd completely wiped myself out of everything, I wouldn't have come back. But if you need to, do it. If you just let your upline know, like, I'm happy where I'm at this stage, just lay off me or whatever it is. However, I'm not sure how your upline is, but let them know, because they will support you. And if you need to stop for 6 months, 3 months, do it. It's not going to be easy coming back in, because this is where I'm starting all over again, but you can do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Tone. I think the girls have really got so much out of it, but I don't want to finish up yet, because I just want to open it up to some other girls if they have any questions for you. Does anyone have any questions or anything that they'd like to say to Tony?
I don't have any questions, but Tony, I'm so glad that you shared that tonight, because I just thought you just breezed through everything, and everything always just looked so no, not a problem. And I don't mean, and I feel so sad that you obviously went through all these struggles and all those down times as well, but it also makes me, and this is really selfish now that I say it out loud, Jesus, it makes me realize that we all go through it. And I think sometimes you put people on pedestals and you kind of forget that they're probably just gone through just as much shit to get to where they are. But like, as you say, you just love on your team and keep going. And you're incredible, love. So keep showing us the way.
Yeah. Thanks, Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, can I just say something quickly? Tony, that was so freaking awesome to hear all of that. Thank you so much. I had no idea of anything that was going on with you or anything. I thought, yeah, you just cruised along. But, yeah, that was so cool. Thank you. Chopper, here we come, hey? and actually, Tracy and I were messaging each other during this because I really struggle with the money side of things as well. Like, I feel like I'm not struggling for money. I know I'm always going to have money. I'm always going to have I can always have my job if I want it. Like, I feel like I'm really struggling with that why part of it as well. So, yeah, I think that's made me realise I just need to get real with that somehow.
Yeah,
so
I
thank
really
you.
think sometimes if you have to make $200 a month, or if you have to make $500 a month, you're going to do anything to make that happen. But I think sometimes when you're in that reverse role, it can be, what am I doing this for? So and it's taken me 18 months to realise that. So I hope it comes early for you guys.
Yeah, because I say no to shitloads of stuff, but I just don't feel like I'm struggling, but I need to realise I want all the shit I'm saying no to.
Yeah, exactly.
And what Trace said, when Tanika done her live on Team Believe, whenever it was, last week, that was just, oh my God, so me. Because I always try to be this strong person and be there for everybody and always have nothing but encouragement to offer them. And it's not as if I'm embarrassed for any of you to know. And it's not, but I don't know, it's just me. I just like to be this person that just cruises through life and nothing ever worries her. But really, who cruises through life and never has a drama? Nobody.
Exactly.
We all have days. We've all got to lock ourselves in the rooms away from children. We've all got to, get away from the hubby or whatever. Nothing's perfect. And
face down moments, plenty of those.
Yeah. And if you didn't have those moments, one, you'd either be lying about it, or two, you wouldn't be where you are and you wouldn't be growing because everything was just cruisy and perfect and, just cruising along. So you really do need to have even those moments of frustration. You just have to accept that and go, you know what, why am I feeling frustrated? What do I need to do to start moving forward and out of this frustration? And frustration is a growing period. Like, you're frustrated because you're so much ready for more and to grow to that next stage in your business. Does anyone else want to say anything? Thank you so much, Tone. You're such an amazing person. I'm so glad that you shared tonight, because I know so many of the girls got so much out of it, and the others that watched the recording as well. I think the really good thing about this is everyone's really real and raw and honest, and it just puts everything into perspective, that we're all going through the same shit. And we do get taught that we need to make our Facebook look appealing and attractive, and people want to come and be part of what we're doing, but there is a reality behind all of that as well, and we all do have those face down moments. And like the girl said, they just thought that you were just one of those people who cruise through, you've smashed out every bonus and promotion, but there is those face down moments and there is reality, right? And it's nice for everyone to see that. Awesome. And do you feel good about it now? You feel good that you've shared all of that, and I think you get empowered when you step out of that zone. Yes, you do.
I'm thinking, oh my God, and this is the first recording. Who else is going to watch this?
No, honestly, do not feel like that at all. Like, it's awesome. And you're sharing your real heart, and that's what resonates with so many people. Like, look what the girls have already said tonight. So I'm just going to stop the recording there.